Ladies and gentlemen, introducing your starting lineup for the boys with the Heat Podcast League. No, top of the order, the captain of the mic, the man with the plan, dropping takes on sight. Charles, Podfather, Sires. Batting second, bringing wild energy, you just can't deny. You know him, you love him, that guy. Yeah. And in the 3 spot, cool, calm, calculated. The voice with precision, every line hitting like a clutch collision. Beat up, cleaning up tonight. The heavy into the chaos bringer, swinging for the every single ringer. Messed up. KO.
Welcome back, Charles. Welcome back. Lead off, Charles. Leading off tonight, Charles, Podfather, Sires.
Hey! Oh, man. Okay, so this is our random world news for today's date. This is our beginning segment. It's always something random.
Just crazy stuff.
And today's title is Random World News for Today's Date. Let's stay away from wars. We get it. Humans suck sometimes. So it replied back with, you're in for a wild ride. Here's a roundup of today's most random and oddly fascinating world news. No war talk, we promise. All right, here we go. Toddler bites snake to death in India.
What, a toddler bit a snake to death?
A 2-year-old boy in India survived a venomous cobra bite by biting it back. Doctors were stunned when the toddler arrived at the hospital with the dead snake still clenched in its teeth.
What?
He's recovering well and now has a local legend status.
Dude, what a fucking warrior. You imagine, he didn't even let the fucking snake go. He just went right to the hospital with the snake in his teeth.
Ooh, and in India, that dude is in.
Dude, that might be the thumbnail for the episode here.
Yeah, blessed life. Adult pacifiers trend in China. There are people.
Yeah.
In the United States who are worried about many, many, many things all the time. The one that kills me is, why the fuck are you worried about people who trend pacifiers as adults? Grow up. You gotta be me. Politics, you're crazy. Pacifiers aren't just for babies anymore. Young adults in China and increasingly elsewhere are embracing adult-sized pacifiers for stress relief and sleep support. The trend is being marketed as a wellness accessory, with influencers touting its calming effects. You idiots! You're going to go to the dentist more. You're going to suck that shit. You're going to end up with buck teeth. Why isn't anybody telling you this?
People realize that, like, you know, you suck on straws and stuff. That's what leaves the gap in your teeth when you're a child, usually, you know.
Cheese and rice, people. You can't be that dumb.
No, well, they're naive.
Maybe you are. Maybe you are. Hey,
yeah.
Hey, shout out to the influencers who take advantage of you dumb sons of bitches. Not our listeners. Not our listeners. You will find our listeners with pacifiers.
We didn't give you guys a Tide Pod moment. We kept you away from that.
Holy shit. Toddler found in suitcase on New Zealand bus.
Wait, what's up with the toddlers? These kids are getting in trouble.
That's what I thought you with the last couple. I was almost like, yo.
Oh, man, it's leading us down some fucking dark road here.
Yeah, so a woman was arrested for child neglect after a 2-year-old girl was discovered inside a suitcase in the luggage compartment of a bus.
Damn.
Authorities say the child is safe and recovering, but the incident has sparked debate over mental health and child welfare systems.
I can absolutely see the validity in this point here.
Spanish village declares it illegal to die.
Okay.
The village of Lanjaron in Spain has passed a symbolic law making it illegal to die within its borders because they've ran out of cemetery space. Locals are now lobbying for a new burial site while jokingly urging residents to stay alive a little longer.
Hold up a minute, Charles. So because they ran out of cemetery space for burials, they're telling everybody, hold up, wait a minute, don't die. It's illegal. All right.
Worst diarrhea ever cancels flight. A United Airlines flight was canceled after a passenger's extreme gastrointestinal emergency triggered a full hazmat response.
I've
The
heard
airline
of this.
confirmed the incident required deep cleaning and the rerouting of the aircraft. So here's the thing. This is my favorite part about this, and then we'll get into sports. I can't wait. But I just gave you a whole bunch of news showing you the world is just as fucked up as America. They just don't have the ability to project it out to the world like we do. They're just as crazy, except India, you got babies eating cobras. You're doing something right, India. Everybody else figured that shit out. That baby ate a cobra.
Yeah.
That was awesome. Holy spit. All right, so I think if I would rank these, I would go baby eats a snake, number one. Worst diarrhea, number 2. Spanish village, 3. Adult pacifiers and toddlers round up the bottom. They're tied for last.
I'm good with that.
Who puts a baby in a suitcase? Mental health, that is, you lock that bitch up forever.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
Stop playing games.
Here's the thing. There's no way that kid did that
Chop
himself.
off her hand or something.
Yeah, you did that to your kid.
Jeez and rice. Jesus. All right, anywho, let's get into sports. Okay, the very first thing I want to talk about for 12 seconds is Shedeur Sanders played football against second-string players, and you have people who are adults who make money talking to you about these sports, losing their damn mind, and it's hilarious. They're terrible. They don't know what they're talking about, and they are only there. They are only there because they won a Super Bowl. Period.
Oh, yeah. I know exactly what you're talking about. We don't need to give them any pub. Yeah, they've lost their absolute shit. It's one game. And by the way, he's still 4th on the depth chart. And don't give me this spit about people are calling and asking you about the freaking backup quarterback.
2 million people, 2.2 million people watch that, bro. Football's back, bitch. We would have watched. We watch anything that has football, and we're going to critique the fuck out of it.
Here's the thing. Guess what? I don't see anybody betting a betting line saying that he's going to take the starting role away from Flacco. So guess what? That tells me everything you're saying is full of dookie. It's doo-doo.
Crazy to me.
It's poop.
You guys are all on drugs.
Poop news.
Not the cool drugs either. Figure that out. Okay, lots going on. Jordan Love with the thumb injury. Are we worried?
I'm kind of a little bit worried about him. Not worried about him not being able to play. I'm worried about his progression. Where's he going to be if he misses the entire preseason as far as progression? You know, is he going to be on his A game when he does come back? He's going to miss the whole preseason. There ain't no way he's playing with a thumb. Plus, he might miss time for the regular season. He might be out for a month with this.
Old Goody says he should be back for week 1. Now, again, there could be a setback or yada yada. But
right, he's going to miss practice time, and I guess that's what I'm more worried about than I'm worried about it actually being an injury.
The reason I'm not worried is the wide receivers are going to drop the fucking ball no matter who's throwing it to them, unless it's golden, right?
But here's the thing:
you're not losing rapport with them.
He threw. Was his hand hurt? You think when he threw that murder ball for Musgrave?
Oh, I promise you it was.
I was going to say, because there ain't no way. My dude, he missed bad. That one. And he was open. Yeah, and he was wide open.
It's not like one of these fingers, right? Or this finger here. But these two fingers, I know it's really hard. Some people have either never thrown a football or forget. But this right here is hella important, right? The other 3 are just as important equally together, but singularly. These 2 fingers right here, big fucking deal when it comes to throwing a football.
Oh, I agree.
I'm excited about that. Camp is looking well. And you brought up something on yesterday's show. I would like to reiterate it. I think it was fantastic. Is that preseason football is literally a bunch of millionaires not trying to cut your head off. You're going to look really good in that scenario because you're the best of the best. And you're playing with the best of the best, but they are not trying to hurt you yet.
No, not yet. Of course.
The game becomes much different when the stats start to matter. Preseason stats don't matter. Cool, you made a 70-yard field goal. What was your name again? I don't know it yet. I might know it later on because it's preseason. And that's awesome. But the Lions went 4-0 in the preseason and then lost 16 straight games. Not lost 16 games. Lost 16 straight games. So I think Kansas City Chiefs were 1-2 one year, and they won the Super Bowl. And like this whole playing in the preseason over not playing in the preseason, you know where that matters the most, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That tells me how you spent your off season. If you need a preseason to play the game that's paying you millions of dollars to break the rust off and get back off your shit, you're not going to be in the league for a very long time. But when you've hit that, when you've taken your break, month or two, whatever it is, maybe a month, and then you start hitting the books at home, you start hitting the weight room, you start hitting your off-season training programs, you don't come into preseason with these types of problems. Now, when you're traveling the world, getting married, seeing all these sites because you're young with a lot of money, okay, things like this tend to happen. We just got to hope for the better, right? I mean, because we got to understand that's what it is. These are young kids getting millions of dollars. They're playing a game, and we just have to recognize that preseason is more about who's showing up drunk and who's showing up ready to play football. You show up drunk, you're going to get cut. I believe that just happened in San Francisco. Rookie offensive lineman.
Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, showed up drunk and was cut. He goes, "You can drink on unemployment."
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I mean, even the NFL rookie league or whatever you want to call it still has drug tests and alcohol tests. So good luck with that. Pretty sure the CFL is pretty strict on that policy too. If that's what you wanted, you could have did that in college every single fucking night, but can't get away with that shit in the NFL. Doesn't fly.
Okay, so the madness that is fantasy football has more or less officially started.
Dude, there's people straight up panicking already, and it's hilarious.
I love it. I love it. Matthew Berry, he's a good guy.
Yeah, I would. That's a dude I literally tried to get on the show just to call in, not even to have him on the show for video, just to call in and wanted to ask him one question. And that one question is going to be not for advice, but just to ask him, dude, how many times when you do your fantasy football radio show do you get somebody to call in and say, just like on the league, rank them 1, 2, 3, 4? Because that bothers the shit out of people that are professional gamblers and professional like bookies and people that do this shit for a living. It's like, dude, I'm giving you fantasy football advice. I'm not going to build your fucking team for you. You know what I mean? I'm not going to tell you what you should do.
I don't understand the Bijan Robinson.
Oh, the hype train? I think what it is that's all they got in Atlanta. That's all they got. So they think they're gonna ride him so hard. He's gonna have all these fantasy points. But do you think he's gonna be able to hold up physically? I don't think so. I mean, the poor guy is gonna be a workhorse. I mean, if Penix, okay, here's the thing. If Big Penix Energy comes out and he has any semblance of the quarterback that he was in college, he's a lefty. If he even is remotely anything, I think they'll be okay offensively. I don't think they're going to be great. Offensively, they might be okay.
I don't know. I mean, it's just like in the last 2 years.
Well, here's the thing, Charles.
I haven't seen Bijan Robinson.
But he was top 10 in fantasy points last year, I think, for running backs. Here's the thing. Here's the other one that doesn't make any sense to me. After watching what Ginty did for the Raiders, why was he was 11th average draft pick in a regular PPR league, fantasy football. He was 11th. That was his average draft.
So I'm glad you bring this up. Okay, so here's the thing. Shadur Sanders were like, blah, 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 preseason, blah, blah, blah. Okay, here's why context matters. Sitting here talking about Ashton Genty. Yeah. Ashton Genty's main thing was, I can't be tackled.
Mm-hmm.
He's basically playing against UFL players right now, or Canadian Football League players, because most of these people are going to be cut from 53-man rosters, practice squad, shit like that.
Be completely honest about the players he was playing against when he was playing in his division in college football. Those guys are going to end up, the highlight of their career was playing in college football. Now it's probably the family reunion barbecue playing flag football. Those are the type of people that were trying to tackle him.
Right. Now in college, when you make the first guy miss, that's awesome.
Yeah.
But if you're going to be a top 10 draft pick, you need to make the first 2 people miss in order to be successful.
And run through a motherfucker too.
And run through a motherfucker.
Yeah.
What the?
He did not run through anybody.
It's week 1. We're coming up on week 2.
I get it.
We're coming up on week 2. So this is just our too early.
But the thing is, I can name
preseason jitters.
I can name 5 running backs off the top of my head. 4 from the New York Jets that were running over motherfuckers and running through motherfuckers. So you can't sit there and tell me that you had 3 carries.
A couple holding calls. That's why they got those.
We said phantom holding call. I think the one of those is pretty clean, but yeah, that's true. But either way, he still ran through the hole.
As a Packer fan, there was a hold on every one of those runs.
Exactly. All right, but the thing is, Charles, you agree with it. I agree with it. Yeah. At some point, you have to live up to the hype, and if you're not going to do that, you were going to piss off a lot of people.
You took conversation away from Camber. You took conversation away from Cam Ward.
Yeah, a lot of it. A lot of it. And not justifiable either.
I mean, even old boy had a breakout kick return touchdown for New England, right?
How did Omarion Hampton do? Did you check into him?
No, I didn't.
Okay, I'm going to check into him right now.
Yeah, you should.
Let's see how he did.
Him and Trey Lance is doing pretty well, but preseason, cool.
It was nice to see Trey Lance, though, have a little success. I mean, it could be worse. He could have been Joe Milton going out there throwing murder balls to every single receiver, breaking fingers and on 3-yard slant passes. Let me see here.
Yeah.
Let's go down here.
Peanut butter jelly time. Baseball's getting hot. You have Bijan Robinson, Jahmyr Gibbs, Christian McCaffrey is still a top 5 pick. So I'm glad to see that.
They haven't had. He hasn't had an opportunity to play. I believe he's nursing some injury.
Okay, that's why I haven't heard.
Yeah, but that's a little different than the expectations. But everybody expects him to be fantastic too.
How do you put Ashton Genty in the top 10? I just don't. I don't understand what is happening.
And this isn't even like a futures thing. This was like this was a legit fact. He's going to be a top 10 fantasy football player. How do you know this? How do you know this?
I have not seen anything anywhere in my lifetime that says a running back from Boise State who played in a conference that was severely crippled by recent restructures of the other conferences. What the makes you think that? What the hell's going on? Like, is this some kind of matrix?
It's got to be something that the NFL literally put the hype out there to try to throw people off. Maybe, I don't know.
I wish I owned a casino. Are you kidding me? It is this easy.
If you could have bet the other way with it. Yeah.
Holy piss. Are you kidding me? He's never played. This isn't baseball. Basketball.
No.
Never played in the NFL. I mean, you know what? Here's the thing. Mel Kiper died on the Sanders Hill. I'm going to thrive on the Genty Hill.
All right.
If you're a ass picking this kid in the top 2 rounds, you're an idiot.
Are you still buying the Giants as a playoff contender?
Oh, that's my bold pick. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay. You're going to die on that hill. All right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm dead on that hill.
I'm dead on that hill. I was just gonna say, are you gonna Mel Kiper it, eh? I can't believe.
I just think there's so much going on. You got Jane Daniels as a sophomore. Again, my reasoning for this, right? Last year we were like, watch your fucking shit with CJ Stroud. You guys are crazy. oh, well, he had all these injuries and yada, yada, yada. This year he's only projected as a top 21 quarterback.
Well,
Yeah,
that's because he lost his top 2 receivers. Tank Dell's gone. He's out for the whole season.
What happened to Scary
Collins
Terry
is still hurt.
in Washington?
Yeah. What's that?
You think Deebo Samuel are we talking like Deebo Samuel is going to make up the production from Terry Scary?
Oh, Terry is going to sign with the frickin' Redskins. He's not going anywhere.
Okay, all right.
They would have changed. They would have like had a heart attack on his on Jane Daniels' stats. He's still top 5 quarterback on the fantasy thing. If they knew something that we didn't know, they would have dropped him down to like 15 or something.
Other than one extra playoff win, what the hell is different between CJ Stroud going into year 2 last year and Jane Daniels going into year 2 this year?
Nothing except for if you're talking about fantasy value. Jane Daniels.
I'm talking about football.
Football? Not much. Not if anything at all.
Blows my mind. Like there isn't a sophomore slump for just some people. And they call it the year 2 slump because
is it more pressure and expectation than it is a slump? Because nobody was expecting you.
It's the top minds of the football game now have a year's worth of NFL football tape on you, which makes a significant difference. I can look at your college tape all day long. I don't care. In college, they're not trying to kill you. In the NFL, they're trying to kill you. I need to see what you do in those situations. And now I have a year's worth of tape, and I can see tendencies that arose that you don't know about yet. So the first 5-6 weeks, defenses are going to hit you into these tendencies. And now you got to restructure yourself in a couple of weeks to get the rest of the season back. Like, that's crazy to me. It's just.
I think they'll be all right. They have a better offensive line than the Texans.
I think he's going to be a top 15 quarterback, yes, but a top 5?
Top 5, yeah.
Top 3? Out your ass. Out your ass. You got me on drugs. I'll never put a year 2 quarterback in my top 5. And I'll never put a player that has never played in the NFL in a top 10.
Right, but here's the thing. Lamar Jackson has gone back-to-back. Potential could have been MVPs, right? Yeah, sure. You think he's literally going to be able to keep this up, or is there going to be regression there? I guess that could be the same.
With Lamar Jackson?
Yeah.
When Father Time catches up, there'll be regression. I don't think we're in that conversation with Lamar Jackson yet. I think he's arguably the best regular season
quarterback. Yeah.
I mean, you can't argue. There's really nothing to argue about that.
Well, the reason I bring this up is because I saw Brock Purdy drop down to damn near 20 in the NFL, and what justifies that? You know,
I see lists where he's 10. Jordan Love's 11.
But I've seen him as low as 20 because they just don't know. They just don't know what they got.
That's terrible. Whoever's doing that is terrible. This year is building up for a really good 49ers push. They've got the easiest schedule because of what happened last year. They're arguably one of the healthiest teams in the NFL, and they got most of the drama out of the locker room. Them shorts didn't belong in fucking San Francisco.
No, nobody even understands what the fuck was going on there in San Francisco. They wanted it out to begin with. And then they show up to an NFL game, and then they're freaking wearing these damn weird-ass jerseys that bringing them back. Like, dude, that was from, like, the fucking 78 team. Who gives a shit? Like,
yeah. No, I do. I don't know. And again, call me an old head, call me old-fashioned, call me whatever you want. But I still put gas in my car the same fucking way. Why? Because it works. Like, you're not fucking writing history here.
I think this is the year of the tight end for fantasy football.
You know, I was looking into tight ends too, and I'm like, it's wild that 32 teams and there's only about 4 good tight ends. Like,
4 really good tight ends, but there's a few on there like that I'm curious about. Yeah,
there's some that'll have potential breakout seasons, absolutely. But I mean, these same people who are sitting here telling you this shit about Aston Genty are the same people who told you Darren Waller was the next Travis Kelce. That dude retired because he got broken up with.
And then he became a rapper. A shitty rapper, couldn't rap.
Because he left the NFL and got broken up with took Ozempic or some shit, which thank you. Like, congratulations. Fucking mental health is awesome. I appreciate the shit out of you.
He came back thinner and healthier.
Now you're back in the NFL. And I'm supposed to believe you're a top 10 tight end? Like, there's no way. Like, you gotta be on drugs sometimes. So
here's a player that I told everybody to stay away from, and that's Tua.
Yeah, that's not very bold,
well, it's the reason why the drama going on with Tua and Tyreek Hill is the weirdest shit I've ever seen. Tua telling Tyreek that you need to apologize to the team. You need to come into the locker room with a different attitude. You've got to apologize to everybody personally. Yada, 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 blah, blah, blah. Okay, I get it. Tyreek Hill's a shitty fucking dude. Like, he's got the 18 kids going on, whatever. He's got an attitude problem. He thinks he's the freaking king shit. You said it. A lot of people said it. Well, who was the NFL player that came out and said, dude, you are not an all-pro? Was it Randy Moss? Yeah, Randy Moss said you were not an all-time great wide receiver yet. And you and I justifiably said, absolutely not. He hasn't done anything yet in his career outside of what he did when he was with the Kansas City Chiefs.
Right. What's crazy to me is people give Kyler Murray a bunch of shit for playing video games. But this dude literally makes money playing video games online outside of playing in the NFL. The fucker streams. He streams. Like, that's not... Like, what are you... What the... But again, it's a situation where Tyreek Hill had done more for fantasy owners than
that's true.
Kyler Murray. So
he did more for fantasy owners than he did his own team.
And I guess we should say gamblers, because fantasy doesn't, like, we're high on fantasy on this show.
Yeah,
but gamblers,
it doesn't justify.
He's made gamblers quite a bit of money, and that's normal, I guess. Kyler Murray, on the other hand, is probably on the other side of losing gamblers a lot of money. So the what is it? The system loves Kyler Murray, while the people are like, no, right? Because Kyler Murray goes and beats your team when they shouldn't. Remember that year they smashed the 49ers?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, what is it? They started like 8-0 and then ended up 9-8 in a first-round exit in the playoffs or some shit like that. I can't remember, but that's just what happens. And that's the love of football. And it's fine. And you know, do you know how many times in the NFL a running back has had consecutive 2,000-yard seasons?
I don't believe it's happened.
Exactly.
I know there was to say that there's a 2,000-yard season, and then there was like 18. Yeah,
he's projected at 1465. Bettors go out there and take the under. It's not. I mean, it's you're talking. This isn't going to your fucking grocery store and getting the best chocolate milk 2 weeks in a row.
Right. Just because you know the brand doesn't mean you're going to get the same product every single time.
Look, the NFL's been around for over 75 years. They've never had a NFL, a Lombardi-style trophy three-peat champion.
No, which is what makes a lot of people that are fans of the NFL love the NFL that much more.
Yeah, and
parity.
And then we're going to talk a little bit of baseball here after this. Yeah. But like, the NFL is American soccer. Right? The
NFL absolutely. Yes.
European soccer.
It's about the only thing that we have that we can compare European soccer, football to. Yes.
Well, and not only that, but we compare the energy from college football and the NFL to things like dart world champions and shit like that over in Europe. So
tennis. Yeah, tennis is probably a big one too. Yeah.
Tennis and all this F1 and all this shit everywhere else. But like, football's it. So you're going to have people get absolutely crazy week one. You're going to have people telling you Shedeur Sanders is a good football player.
So basically what you're telling me is you're going to have a lot of people talking out their ass.
Absolutely. Yeah. And then the regular season is going to start. And then everyone's going to start saying a whole bunch more things. And that's why we're like, yo, just enjoy the process until Thanksgiving. And then you can start being upset. Personally, I don't care when you're upset, honestly. But if you're going to have a heart attack before Thanksgiving, like, whoa, it's just.
Oh, by the way, I got to get those. I got to get those shirts out. You got to autograph it so we can get the autograph on there too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got to get them shirts.
It's just one of those things where Injuries pan themselves out the weeks leading up to Thanksgiving. Divisions trying to work themselves out. Shitty teams that aren't going to be shitty. There's always a first to last, right? I mean, it's like you got the NFC East where everyone's like blah, blah, blah Eagles, except the Eagles have won 2 Super Bowls, right?
Yeah.
Let's say in the last 5 years, they've won 2 Super Bowls.
Yeah.
Yeah. For the last 16 years, nobody has won the NFC East back to back. And that's including the Eagles Super Bowl winning team a few years ago. So it's fantastic. I love it. I love football. I wouldn't be shocked. Look, there's Bellers. Look, she hears me yelling. She's like, who's fucking with you, Dad?
Who's in?
Oh, you see your mama? What are you
trying?
She's silly.
We didn't get a crow. We didn't get a crow update. How is this going, by the way?
Oh, it's gonna take years.
I was gonna say this isn't something that's gonna happen overnight.
And if I mean 100%, you will get off camera updates, but I can't be throwing my crows under the bus like that. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna be bringing me shiny shit and whatnot.
Wow, it just is a verbal we only need verbal confirmation on the show.
Yep, absolutely. Because, I mean,
we don't know what kind of.
I'm a man of many circles.
We don't know.
Batman,
we don't think they're going to commit any crimes, but we don't know.
I know. I just listen. Crows are free spirits. They do what they want. You know.
Yeah.
I'm just going to be there to feed them and give them a safe spot and let them know that not all humans suck. These little fucking birds, dude, they eat so much.
Oh, yeah. They're pigs. They're terrible.
What the dude, I can't keep the bird feeder filled like that.
No.
$30 on fucking little bird.
Yeah. And once you become that guy, you got to start doing the soot cakes and you're going to have squirrels and you're going to have all kinds of critters going on. I found a cool
little picnic table for squirrels.
Oh, yeah. They get a fill it up with peanuts, dude. And they'll just come and eat. They'll come sit at it. Yeah.
It can hold 2.5 pounds of food plus squirrels. It's awesome. Yeah. No, I fucked up. I went to Home Depot, spent way too much money on birds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's what you do. Then you become the bird guy, and you're like, dude, you got to take a break, and you're like, chill. Yep.
Yeah, just birds. I was like, we got to get this one. We got to get that. I got one that hooks up to the window on the front of the house.
Yeah.
Sit there, drink coffee while the birds are eating and taking shits. It's wild.
Yeah.
But I'm hoping the birds attack the bees that have a bee's nest there. Because then they're by my what is it? What do we got up there? A mulberry bush. We have a mulberry bush.
Oh boy, she's nice and sweet. Yeah, they love that.
Stoked about the mulberry bush. Hell yeah!
You make yourself some jam.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, goddamn mulberry. I love that. So baseball is heating up. I'm super excited about it. One thing I wanted to talk to you about baseball is as it stands right now. And of course, we're Brewers and Tigers fans. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Blah, blah.
Yeah, we're baseball.
But as it stands right now, we could be looking at a World Series that is the Mariners versus the Brewers.
Absolutely.
That would be fantastic. Rating wise, it would suck. But
rating wise,
as a baseball fan, that would.
Well, as a baseball fan, this is like the two young gun baseball teams with Cal, Big Dumper. Yeah, going up against the Miz.
Going for their first.
Yeah. That would be the most interesting, crazy, awesome, amazing part about it. Both teams going for the first ever franchise World Championship.
World Series. And
love it.
Little market teams in a year where you had the Yankees crying about the Dodgers spending too much money.
Exactly. $1 billion.
Everyone needs to remember, this year started with the Yankees complaining that the Dodgers are spending too much money. Which is the only reason now why baseball is talking about a salary cap, right? It's because the Yankees were like, the Dodgers spent too much money. The last team to be a three-peat champion, is it 99, 2000, or 2001, or 98, 99, 2000, is complaining that a baseball team spent too much money. So I'm pretty excited about that. Baseball is magical. The Brewers, they keep winning. They're not in positions where the big bat is hurting them often. So that is the difference, I think. There's something magical about this team this year. The Tigers had a 15-game lead. Now I think they've got a 5 or 6 game lead. So that's,
yeah, they definitely didn't do enough at the trade deadline. That's really hurt them. It's come back to bite them in the ass.
The
I
farm
think
system
they
enough.
lost steam. Yeah, they've got everything they need in the farm system, but they're.
But you got AJ Hinch there. I truly believe in this Tigers team.
Oh, as far as like
I think it'd just be awesome to see Tigers versus the Brewers. I think the Brewers win that one just because Tigers have a problem with NL teams for some reason.
Well, their bullpen is an issue for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're a baseball fan, and it stinks, right? Because we're a couple weeks away from the NFL season. Basketball is going to be starting back up. But this has been a fantastic season for baseball. And I love it because the year started, if anybody remembers, we're going to rewind the clock. The year started with me going, I fucking baseball fucking need a salary cap. And if it needs something, I'm never.
I work with a guy who won't even watch baseball because there's no salary cap. I said, dude, you have completely separated yourself from some of the best baseball I've witnessed and seen in like my entire life.
Yeah.
In 40 plus years.
I'm glad we got to rewind the clock on that one and make fun of that. One of the worst takes I've had on this show in 2 years.
I don't know. It's funny though, but we didn't know. It could have been a shitty baseball.
The Giants are going to win the NFC East this year. That was my bold prediction. My bold prediction this year is the Giants are going to win the NFC East, and that was still the dumbest thing I've ever said.
Well, here's the thing though. I don't think they're going to be damn near anywhere as terrible as people think they are. I don't think so. After watching them in the preseason, it seems like they kind of have figured it out.
They're going to have one of the best trends.
Best defenses, yeah.
And Russell Wilson will do enough for you to get into the playoffs.
Right.
That's the thing. Russell Wilson has never been the guy to win you a Super Bowl. How do I know this? We watched him lose one.
Yeah, absolutely. Watch him in college too.
After his defense won, we watched him lose one.
You want to know what's really funny? You take Bo Nix away from Denver and swap him out with Russell Wilson in Denver, bring him back there. This is just a 2-year swing, Charles, because he spent the year in Pittsburgh. And that is probably, Bo Nix isn't there yet to lead them to a Super Bowl. But if you give them Russell Wilson and he's halfway decent and he's serviceable, God, they might be a Super Bowl contender this year.
Man, I'm telling you, I can see Washington and Denver in a Super Bowl in a couple of years.
I know. It's crazy.
Bay and Denver.
They're a couple years away, yeah,
Washington
for sure.
And the Chargers, Philadelphia and the Chargers. Like there's a lot of really sweet. We'll talk about that soon.
What I'm just saying is, damn, did he fuck that situation up bad? Worrying about more toilets in his fucking house than he did touchdown passes.
Yep.
Crazy. You remember that one, right?
Yeah.
The fans had that fucking sign going, how many toilets, and they'd cross one off every time he threw a touchdown pass.
Okay, so let's do this ridiculous thing we know as preseason football, week 2. Okay, so it starts off with games on Friday. 2 games on Friday: Titans, Falcons, Chiefs, Seahawks.
I'm ready.
We're only going to do first quarters. Who wins the first quarter for preseason? We're just going to guess who wins the first quarter.
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's basically when the starters are in there anyway. So
yeah,
you want to go? You're starting off with Friday.
Yep, we'll do Titans, Falcons. I think Titans get the first quarter on this one.
Yeah, I like what they got going on with the young guys there. They got a little bit of chemistry going on with the young guys.
And I believe Atlanta's head coach is still Raheem Morris.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yep. No. So no, I got Titans on that one. And then you got Chiefs, Seahawks. I like Seahawks. The first quarter of that one.
Yeah. Kansas City never tries to do anything in preseason. They just go through the motions. They really don't give 2 shits about it. It's crazy to think that Robert Tonyan plays now for the freaking Kansas City Chiefs. He is their Kelsey, but he's like, God, he's got to be like 32, 33 years old. Yeah. This is Kelsey's last hurrah, and he's probably not playing in the preseason at all anyway. Yeah, I don't see anything. This is like Kansas City's last big push for a Super Bowl until Mahomes reloads again. or go somewhere else.
You got Packers Colts. I think Malik Willis is going to be playing a majority of that first quarter.
I think that LaFleur is going to light a fire under their asses, and they're going to come out playing a hell of a lot better than they did last week. And I think they're going to win the whole game, not just the first quarter. I could see that being like a 24-17 football game at the end.
Oh, I believe in Joe Hendry. I agree with you there. I think that's a great pick. And then Sunday night, we'll go Bills-Bears.
Ooh, interesting one.
Yeah,
I really
a little bit more of Caleb Williams in this matchup too.
I really like Buffalo's defense this year. I think did you pick them up at the backup? Yeah, I really like their defense. Oh, outside of maybe if they're a little light on corner in their backups but their front seven and their two corners and the one safety they do have, and then they've got a rookie that came in and he made a fantastic play last week. I really like their young core on defense in Buffalo, and I think they're hungry. I think Buffalo takes first quarter, Chicago takes the game.
Okay, I like that. Next week I'll give you my picks.
All right.
We'll break them down. You'll pick them for me, and
there you go.
Next week you'll give me my picks. I like that.
Brewers are up 3-0 on Skeens.
Number 11. Yeah.
Skeens has 78 pitches in the fourth inning. Damn, they're going to knock him out in the fourth inning. That's crazy if he gets a 90.
Yeah. He's doing just fine.
Oh, yeah.
He's going home just fine. His bank account's doing just fine. I don't feel bad.
It's 1,000% on what you just said. It doesn't matter if you have a 2 ERA. If your team can't score a flip and run, you ain't going to win the game. It doesn't matter.
Care who you are.
Yeah.
All right, cool. But today's writers are dumb. They'll probably give us Cy Young.
That's what I'm wondering.
Who doesn't have wins? I'm willing to bet. Well, for all of our listeners out there, we appreciate the hell out of you. When it's just two of us, we generally don't have too much to yik-yak about.
Just a bunch of chatty Cathys today.
So listen, we appreciate the hell out of you. Our listeners are some of the best. I swear, super interactive. We'll be doing giveaways again this football season, so watch out for those hats, shirts, pictures of my feet.
We'll live stream tomorrow. We'll tweak that shirt. So I'm gonna get a bunch of those made. Maybe we'll give some of those away. Get like 4 or 5 of them shirts made.
Perfect.
Have you autograph it since it's yours.
Yeah, sounds good to me, man. Sounds good to me. For everybody out there, remember, stay grounded, stay curious, and the world is a much better place with you in it.
Yo, it's time to dip. Lights low and the mic off. Boys with the heat, yeah, we blast like a Molotov. Said what we said, no regrets in the air. If you ain't subscribed yet, bitch, don't you dare. Rate it 5 stars. Hit that share like a blunt. Tell your homies, tell your mama we on front. We the truth in the booth, no cap, just flame. If you fuck with the crew, you remember the name. It's goodbye, goodbye to the tribe. We fucking love you, now feel this vibe. Out this bitch with a mic drop kiss. Thanks for riding, we gone, but you won't miss.